We have some great guys come in and kind of guide me here the same way you have great guys in the NFL to help guide you while you're playing. Perfect example, Fred Jackson. Getting in the coach hub every day after every practice. It'll add years in your career. And so
I played for Buffalo.
Yeah, so this is in Buffalo. So I leave Buffalo, I'll go to Philly, and I'm in Philly, and I'm getting in the coach hub after every practice. Mike Vick will always call me Joique Bell. He would never say Joique. Hey, Joique Bell. And so I'm like, what's up? He said, man, why you getting in the coach? After about 2 weeks of me being there, I'm in the coach hub. He's like, why you getting in here every day like you a veteran? Because I'm the only rookie doing it every single day. He was like, why are you doing this every day? I was like, veteran Fred Jackson told me if I want to play extra years in this league, I need to get in the coach hub after every practice. He looked at me and said, I wish a veteran would have told me that when I was a rookie. I was like, okay, I must be heading in the right direction.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so things like that, him pulling me to the side in practice. I'm there for about 3 weeks. He pulled me, hey, Joique Bell, I'll come over. And mind you, I wore Mike Vick cleats in college. I wore his cleats in college. I did. And he pulled me off. He said, listen, man, I've been watching you in practice. You remind me of like an Arian Foster, man. You just need your shot. You just need your shot. You nice. And I'm looking like,
This is Mike Vick.
This is Mike Vick talking, telling me I'm nice. What?
Yeah.
I got it. I'm good. I don't need no more. That was it, all right?
That was it?
What?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
That's
and
awesome,
so it was like great guys like that in the locker room, and we had great guys like that in here.
Yeah, meanwhile, I was in Cleveland.
Hey, Greg on the chat said, remind Joique about the Philly game in the snow because we're going to get some snow out here. And he's like, man, you used to love to run in the snow.
Yeah, that was my type of games, though, like where I kind of thrived at because I'm from the Midwest, and I grew up playing in the snow like that. So for me, those type of games is just they were fun for me. And actually it made whenever you got tackled, you felt like a big pillow of snow. Really, I'm when I'm out there, I never really take it as like, Joique, you're getting hit too much. Pause. But I take it as me giving. I took it as me delivering the blow. So I never looked at it like, Joique, you're taking too many blows. I'm like, no, I'm delivering the blow. And that's kind of how I played the game. And for me, it kind of worked out better for me because we called that on our team. We used to call it free hurt. You can have that for free. We don't want it back.
100%.
So.
Tommy K on the chat says he saw you a couple times up in Benton Harbor working out. He's like, that man is a beast.
The Harbor. The Harbor. Yeah, man. Good old Benny High. So Benton Harbor, man, obviously my hometown, man. I tell everybody, Benton Harbor raised me, Detroit made me. So
how about that, man?
Yeah.
I remember the time you were in the studio, and we were all having a good time. And if you guys remember the one chip challenge, it was a chip that you took, one chip, like a Dorito.
Yeah.
And it had everything in it. It would like burn your insides out.
Yeah.
So we challenged you, and he's like, I'll do it. So we did it live on the air. You take this chip. We had the waters already. We had the milk. You asked for milk.
I asked for milk.
You asked for milk. So we had the milk ready. You take that chip, and you're like, okay, it's good. Within 3 minutes, you were soaking wet.
Soaking wet.
You remember that? It was so funny.
Yeah, I do remember that. And I was drinking the milk because you don't want to drink water with that. You want to drink milk with some type of acid to kind of break it down. And I'll never forget. I was tough in here.
Yeah,
I was tough. I get off the air.
I remember.
And I'm driving home, and I don't know what happened, but like my stomach just started burning on the inside.
Yeah.
No.
I had to pull over. I pulled over. And
I didn't hear this part.
No, I never told anybody this. I never told anybody this. I pulled over at the Detroit Zoo parking lot, and I threw up.
Oh my God!
Not because of the chip, but because I drank so much milk.
Could you imagine
I
saying
drank so much
Joique
milk. I
Bell?
threw up all that milk.
That's like 3 miles down the road.
Hands on my hands and knees. I mean, I said I'll never do that again. I never did it again.
Could you imagine taking your kids to the zoo and Joique Bell just hops out and starts throwing up?
Hops out. And I made sure I parked somewhere where no one could see me.
Yeah. And
Parked
like in the corner, in the back corner, in the dark corner.
Yeah.
Somebody's got you on videotape, I'm sure.
Go live.
If they got me on video, you heard it first here. I put it out there first.
Joique, let me ask you about these Lions. I know you're still close to a lot of these guys, and you root for this team. How would you characterize the 2024 season?
Is this like a one word, or is this like
Just whatever you want to say about it.
You know what though? I'm gonna sit here and say I'm proud. I'm proud of the team. I'm not proud of how we finished, but I am proud. We were devastated with injuries, right? And I understand this is a next man up league. When you got guys out there playing that you haven't seen the entire year, it's like this is what it's come to. And if we could have, squeezed by that Commanders game, I feel we would have had more guys coming back that following week. But we had, 18 guys
22
injured?
on defense, yeah.
23.
23.
Yeah.
So, and it's just like, how do you that was unheard of. I mean, we were one of the top in the NFL with injuries on our team. So I'm proud of how they finished the season. I'm proud of how they fought that game. They didn't give up. They kept giving us something to fight for. And it gave us something to look forward to next year. Now, it would have been good to win with this team. I would have loved to see Aaron Glenn. I would love to see Ben Johnson, reap some of those benefits on the reason on why they came back this season, because they felt like they had unfinished business here. And so I would have loved to see them, bring something to the city that's never been here before, right? And now, do I think that's out of the question now? Like, obviously not. I think we still have a lot of pieces and a lot of people coming back to be able to go back out here and do what we did last season, but this time, go farther in the playoffs, right? So I'm proud of the team. I'm not disappointed with them at all. I'm proud of what they've done. I'm proud of what they're building and what they built there. So I'm not down.
Joey, what year was worse? I'm sorry, bro.
Oh, go ahead.
What
man.
year was more disappointing as a player? This year, or when they lost to the Niners, like within minutes of the Super Bowl?
Last year. And the reason I say that because if you remember, if we talk about Bell and Belizean, or Belizean and Bell, we talk about the Belizean and Bell show. Back then, I projected in 4 years that this was the year that we were going to win the Super Bowl. Now, if we have 23, you can't project 23 guys. You can't project 23 guys being hurt and 20. I was going based off what they were building. Of course, right? And so, based off what they were building, I felt like if they had all those pieces, that they would have made me a profit. Last year, I had them win 1 or 2 games in the playoffs. They won 2. They almost won 3. The year before that, I had them having going 8 and 9. They went. 9 and 8.
Yeah.
And before that, I had them winning 46 games. They won 3.
Yeah.
Right.
Should have won a lot more. Lost a lot of tough ones.
Yeah. And so for me, I was like, you know what? I'm only 1 game off. And this time I was off 3, 2 games. And so
you think they can come back and win it this year?
I think so. Only thing is, the Bears just got that much better, right?
Yeah. Right.
The Bears just got that much better. When you look at the NFC North, and we had, we had the most wins out of any other division in NFL last year.
Barely won the division.
Right. The Bears just got a crucial piece to the puzzle that's, going to make them a contender now. So.
Yeah, the question I was going to ask is, we don't have to talk about the game. The game is what it was. It's over. The Commanders won. Moving forward, they lose Ben Johnson. You talked about they lose Aaron Glenn. For the people out there, the Lions fans are a little bit nervous, a little bit worried, losing Ben Johnson and what he created here and losing Aaron Glenn. What would you say to them to reassure that you still believe in this team?
Oh, there's more coaches out there. Now, everybody's not going to be a Ben Johnson, right? Everyone's not going to be an Aaron Glenn, but everyone has like a certain aspect of their coaching style that makes them unique. So I'll just be, it'll be interesting to see who comes in and fill those voids.
What about this team specifically as it's already constructed? Because obviously there's the Myles Garrett thing going on. If that's going to happen, probably not. There's what they do in the draft is. But the players that are already on this team, how are you and why are you confident in this team moving forward after this season?
There's things that I look at. I talked about this earlier on the radio. I talked about what I look at when I watch a football game. And things that I look at is how are you responding in the game when you get hit in the mouth, right? They always respond. Another thing I look at is
no back-to-back losses in, 2.5 years now?
It seems that way, right? Another thing that they're doing is that I look at as a player, and it's a pet peeve of mine, is that, even the receivers, they're running 30 yards sprinting downfield to get blocks for their teammates. A lot of people didn't do that, right? even on some teams that I played for in the Lions, our receivers didn't do that. You know, if it was a run, that's their play off.
Damn, Calvin, you wasn't blocking?
Yeah, but I'm serious. But when I look at the game, when I see players running down the field to get blocks, I see J-Mo doing it. I see Amon St. Brown. They're setting the standard for the.
Tim Patrick's a beast with the blocking.
Getting downfield and getting these blocks, like that's crucial where you want to have success. And it's not only that, but it shows that you're a selfless player, right? Where you rather put yourself on the line and be tired, right, than not run down the field to get that block that can, break somebody open for a 50, 40, 30, 60, 70 yard, or whatever it may be. And when I see that, I see a bunch of players who care.
Yeah.
Right? And when you care that much, it's only going to make the team better. And you can see that in that 15-2 record.
Are you surprised by the absolute downright domination of the Philadelphia Eagles against the Kansas City Chiefs?
I actually had them winning the game. Did I think it would be that dominant? No, I didn't. No one thought that.
What about that defense? I mean, it just completely suffocated Patrick Mahomes. Like, we've never seen – I can't remember a time I've seen Mahomes as suffocated as he was.
That's never happened, except for the Patriots, and that's when his offensive tackle won.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on me?
Yes. What made that defense of the Eagles so dominant?
I think it was game plan. I mean, they really took away a lot of the – and it's hard. I give kudos to the DC there.
Vick Fangio, right?
Yeah, I got to give him kudos. To be able to shut down Travis Kelce. I mean, Travis Kelce, he's a coach on the field, all right? And he has this him and Patrick Mahomes, they have something special where if something is not there, he knows how to get open. They shut that down. They shut it down. And then as far as the defense, how do you can't stop Saquon. You can only hope to slow him down. Right?
He's incredible, isn't he?
You can't stop him. You can't. And then then you have what was it? You have Smith. Yeah, you have Smith. And, I mean, he's going deep.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you stop him? He's like, you almost have to pick your poison. You got to put a guy in the box, take a guy out. I mean, all around, they were shooting and hitting on all cylinders.
Talking to Joique Bell, former Detroit Lion, former Wayne State Warrior, and, of course, former host here. Started the network with Sean Baligian. The first show here, Baligian and Bell, 4 years ago in 2020. And now, Joique, Parlay Detroit, down there on Washington Boulevard in the great city of Detroit, downtown Detroit, right in the thick of it all. And Joique brought us lunch, by the way, which is fantastic. We've got like some, what do you call this? This is a shrimp pasta.
You've been eating it already.
It's pretty darn good, man. Of course I'm eating it. Tell us about Parlay Detroit.
So let's get some of this stuff in here real quick. So obviously we have the cavatappi. And you have is basically our pasta, which you can choose whatever protein you like, whether it's salmon, whether it's shrimp, whether it's chicken,
lamb chops.
We have about lamb chop. We have about 6-ounce lamb chops here with our ginger rice. He's been chowing down on a little bit too.
Oh yeah, this is going to the crib.
We don't have it here, but we have obviously our mac and cheese. We have our Southern style cornbread and a Southern style cornbread along with the greens as well. If we can zoom in on
right
Big
there,
B right
Pete.
here.
There it is right
and
there.
So honestly, it's one of the. In my opinion, honestly, this is something that Detroit needed. I was getting to a point to where I would come downtown and I would want to go watch the game somewhere, a place where it was intimate, sophisticated, elegant,
and you can place a bet.
You can have good food, and you can chill, you can kick your feet up. Yeah. And I couldn't find that spot. And so we ended up creating Parlay, me and my partner, created Parlay, and right in the heart of downtown, right on Washington Boulevard. And we had a lot of success and a lot of great feedback. Honestly, I think right now we may be the hottest spot.
I think so.
In the city right now.
A lot of people are talking about it, man. A lot of people are
I
talking
love
about
the name. Love the name.
Yeah, it's Parlay, so it's super dope, man. We've had so many great people come by, from Marlon Wayans to Kevin Hart, the Plastic Cup Boys, all the Lions players come through, from J-Mo, Zadarius Smith, Quad Muhammad, David Montgomery's been there, Kirby Joseph.
It's a hot spot in downtown Detroit.
Even like the basketball, even from the Lions
Beasley
coaches, the Lions coaches are in there, the scouts, the Lions scouts, the Pistons security are bringing their players in there as well. And so it was just like the baseball team. So it's like we're really building something where, it's something for us to go to as players, right? Where it's secluded or you can be in the mix, right? And we have that ambiance where you can get the best of both. If you don't like sports, but you love good food, you love the ambiance, you can come for that in the aesthetics. If you love sports, it's a great place to come enjoy the sports, sit back, watch the game, and have a lot of talent. And have a lot of talent walking around.
And for Valentine's Day, too.
Yeah, and Valentine's Day is going to be one of our biggest packages. So we actually partnered with the Roost, which is right at the Book Towers. And so not only do you come in for a 3-course meal, you have two champagne toasts or 2 drinks, and then you also have 2 tickets access to our Speakeasy Hidden, which is right underneath Parlay Detroit.
Wow.
And so you have all of that, and then after you're done doing all of that, you can drink as much as you want because you'll have a hotel room, which is an apartment-style hotel at the Roost, which is also right downtown Detroit. If you want to learn more about this package, just go to ParlayDetroit.com.
So you got a whole situation happening.
It's a whole situation. It's a great time.
Yeah, I like
Joey,
it.
you might even be a better restaurateur than a football player.
If you want to say that.
I'm telling you, man, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, so come on down to Parlay Detroit. So and real quick, so people understand. So it's really 6 concepts in one. So you have Parlay the Sports Bar, Parlay Detroit the Sports Bar. We have our Parlay to Go in the back. We have our cigar lounge coming online relatively soon.
Oh, that's gonna be hot.
We're putting in our patio probably sometime in the middle of next month.
You guys will always be
We'll
busy.
be open. We'll be opening up our patio for opening day. So we'll have that as well. Yeah. And then obviously we have our Speakeasy downstairs. And then towards the end, sometime in the end of this year, we'll be bringing in our sports betting.
I'm glad you said you opened up an outside area, balcony area, because in Detroit, that's one of the big things. I'm born and raised here. Like, I've always come back in the summer times, no matter where I was. It's never anywhere to eat outside consistently and be outside besides the little area over there. So I'm glad you're putting something outside.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Joique, all the best, my friend.
Thanks for having
We
me.
love having you in
Always
studio.
great
Thanks
being
for
here.
lunch today. Again,
If
if you want to be a part of the
boots.
Valentine's package, again, ParlayDetroit.com. Check out ParlayDetroit.com.
It's
Still
on the chat.
spots.
Pete put it in the chat.
Okay, Pete put it in the chat.
Yep.
Still some spots available for Valentine's Day. And then outside of Valentine's Day, look ahead to opening day and all these different things
How
to
was
be
the
a part
Super Bowl
of.
turn? Not to cut you off. Did you have a big thing for the Super Bowl? Did you guys do?
Yeah, capacity.
Okay.
So, and that's another thing that I'm a like about opening up the patio, because we hate turning people away.
Sure.
Yeah.
But sometimes we have to turn away more people than we let in. Which
You got to keep it sexy, you know?
Yeah, gotta keep
It
it
sucks,
sexy.
but
It sucks.
Keep
but
it
it's
sexy.
happening.
Pause. Good job.
Thanks, Joey.
All right.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks, Joey.